Yeah, I mean, when I started the program, I had no idea that I would feel this healthy, a couple of years down the road. Actually, more healthy than I was, a lot more healthy than I was before Crohn's diagnosis. Yeah, it's just amazing, the transformation.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm joined here by Chris, who worked with us for 6 months and healed his Crohn's that he had for 7 years. Thanks for joining me, mate. Okay, the next question is from Felipe, actually, Felima Ferreira. What, in addition to meditation, do you indicate to improve mental health? So, like, e.g., books or techniques.
Yeah, I think yoga is meditation, as I mentioned before.
Hmm.
And I did get a few books along those kinds. So The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle and A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle are really powerful. And there's one called The Secret by Ron Byrne about the law of attraction that I found really useful because
Yeah.
having that belief in yourself and having that belief in the universe that everything is going to be okay, and that the universe is conspiring to help us. Basically, our bodies are always trying to put us in the healthiest position, and if we just take our hands off and allow the healing processes to happen, then we can be healthy, and it is possible.
The next one is from Randy's. How long did it take for you to heal, and what did you eat at the beginning of your healing?
So I think it's hard to say for sure how long it took me to heal because there are different stages to it. So I cut out all animal products in 2015, in around 4 years ago, and I think that definitely helped, a little bit. And I think from about June or July in 2017, I was starting to reduce my. I was taking Humira injections, and I was starting to reduce those, like increase the time between injections because I didn't want to come off it straight away and have such a heavy detox. So it was sort of from June 2017 onwards, although I didn't experience any heavy detox symptoms until the beginning of October, and then I was coming out of the detox in December. So I think it was about between 8 and 10 weeks.
Yep, about 10 weeks. Yep, it's pretty consistent. And yeah, so you went plant-based first, and then you kind of slowly changed to getting more towards more fruit-based and towards the healing diet as you got further along in your journey. So yeah, so you, obviously this beginning of your healing was stopping eating animal products, which is the first thing everyone should do, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Luca F. Barbosa. I'm not sure if this is actually a question, but he just says, nothing works, I've done everything. So I'm not sure that's a question. Luca, I'm not sure what to say to that, except your body definitely does heal itself. And if you want to have a chat to us, either Chris or me, we can have a discussion about what you've done in the past, how long you've done it for, because some people just don't take long enough on any particular type of lifestyle. Like, obviously, if you look at your journey, Chris, when did you start with us? Middle of the year, then you got, you started going through your healing crisis in October, and then you healed in December. That's, that's not just a couple of weeks. You didn't see necessarily results straight away or things like that. So I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, a few years ago, I would have said exactly the same thing because that's exactly what I thought a few years ago. I thought I've tried all these medications and I've tried all these different sorts of diets that I thought may help because I was being told them by NHS dietitians. I was being told, have lower fiber, replace your brown rice with white rice, replace your brown pasta with white pasta. I was being told to eat meat because there is no fiber in meat. I was being told that everything else doesn't really matter, that food doesn't really play that much of a role, but just, decrease the amount of fiber that you're eating. And I was doing
Mm.
low fiber for a long time, and I was only
Mm.
getting worse.
Yeah.
And I was also experimenting with eating more meat, eating more dairy, less meat, and yeah, nothing really was having that much of an impact. I'd try things like aloe vera that people put out there, and things like low fiber, which maybe may help in the very short term, but ultimately it's just a
Mm.
band-aid and it's just covering up the underlying cause. And we have to address the underlying cause, and we have to feed ourselves fiber in an easy to digest way so that we can build that healthy microbiome and to heal our gut and have long-term health that we all want.
Exactly. I don't think I could have said that any better myself. That's brilliant. Exactly what people need to hear is that you need patience, and you need to be aware of what you need to do, because you did go vegan, and yes, you did get some benefits, but you actually had to learn how to heal your body before you could get that full result. And you need to understand a lot more than just, okay, I'm going to go vegan, for example, because we get, I'm sure you get that question a lot. I've gone vegan, but it didn't work for me. Or you could have been in that boat
Mm.
yourself, but you decided to get some guidance and actually figure out how to heal first, and then you were able to do it. Okay, the next question is from Sevda B374, and the question is: after healing, what food shouldn't you eat?
I think that there is no. I mean, I think if you have that mindset where you use that word should and shouldn't, I think that can be quite dangerous, because you can
Mm-hmm.
start to get yourself into a restrictive set, and um, it's quite an unhealthy mindset sometimes. I think what's more important is to say the foods that you want to eat and the foods that you don't want to eat. So I don't want to eat any foods that make me feel bad. I don't want to eat any foods that make me feel not at my optimum.
Mm.
So that's why I eat the foods that I. And when you have a clean body, you get that feedback straight away, as I said before, and you know what foods work for you and you know what foods don't. So when foods don't work for you and you feel bad, your energy is a little reduced, or you have a little bit of bloating or indigestion, then you know that that's something that isn't something that isn't quite right. So
Mm.
for sure, I eat much more variety than I did on the healing diet. I can eat any fruits and vegetables that I want. I can eat without issue.
Mm.
As long as I can make them okay. I wouldn't eat an avocado and then eat a watermelon on top of it, because that wouldn't combine very well.
Yep.
But just being sensible and listening, and after the healing, slowly introducing a wider range of fruits and vegetables, and you'll be healthy and you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great answer. The next question here is from Pi.G3456, and the question is: how many hours and how much time should be taken in the day for healing UC?
I think it's so individual and it's so difficult to say
Mm.
for another person. Like, we can only share our own experiences, and for other people, it has to be something that they take day by day,
Yep.
because it's all different for different people.
Yep. As much as you need to, I think, is the answer. As long as you need to, take as much rest as you need to, and you have to realize how you feel. And yeah, Chris can't tell you how long you need to take to heal. You need to understand your body, and figure out what you need to be doing to heal your body, how much sleep you need, how much time you need to spend making your food, preparing your food, planning for your day and things like that. So, um, yeah, again, it's hard to give individual advice on this kind of forum, but I think, yeah, it's really up to you to understand your body, and focus on your own healing. The next question is from Philip Smith, and the question is: Is it okay to put powders in smoothies? I put broccoli powder, ground chia, and flaxseed.
Um, I think it really depends where you're at. It depends if you have a healed gut or not. I mean,
Mm.
powders are never going to be as good as whole foods
Mm-hmm.
because uh, it's and it's something that will be devoid of a lot of the nutrition that was originally in the food. I mean, like very occasionally I'll have a smoothie bowl and put a small amount of flaxseed on the top, and I don't really have a problem with that. But
Mm.
generally, I would just stick with the fruit, stick with fruit smoothies.
Yeah, especially if you're healing, because they're not necessarily seeds and fruit don't make the best combinations, and if your gut's not in a strong position and you're healing, you do not want to get involved with that kind of combination. So powders, I think um, some of the green juice powders can be okay when you're healing if you're not getting a lot of green matter in. But apart from that, you really
Mm.
shouldn't be eating too much refined stuff. Try and keep to whole foods as much as you can. Um, and so something like a barley green juice powder might be fine if you need some more greens into your smoothie, or you can just juice some more greens, like you can juice some extra lettuce in your morning juice or more celery to give you some more green matter, or you can even mix that juice into your smoothie instead of putting a powder, which will be even better because you get some of that water content that's high in vitamins and minerals without having to dry it out. So I think that would be a better option. And we're down to our last question for today. How exciting. This is from Mango Salad 2. And the question is, how long were you on the healing diet before you noticed some improvements?
I think it was overnight really. You start eating this food and pretty much straight away any pain or yeah any pain that I had, any digestive pain that I had was disappearing quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty much straight away. I think everyone um, is like the healing foods put their body into a position where it can detoxify and heal itself. So
Mm,
there are some negatives to that in terms of how you feel,
mm,
but everyone gets certain benefits, either whether it's mental clarity or the pain, any pain that they're experiencing reduces quite quickly.
mm.
Yeah, I think it's very individual, but I notice benefits straight away.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do notice some benefits. Unfortunately, there are quite a few people that do feel like their symptoms get worse when they go on the healing diet. So um, it does go the other way sometimes. Although it also depends on how strict they are with the healing diet. Like if you're just being really strict and having like mono meals and pureed, you know, starches, then you're probably going to notice some improvements more than if you were, you know, chucking a few different ingredients in here and there that are a bit more difficult to digest. So definitely it can work both ways, but yeah, definitely I think. I mean, you still detoxified for 10 weeks, on the healing diet, so I think it still took some time,
Mhm.
but I think you do feel, even if you're detoxifying. I've heard a lot of my clients tell me, yeah, I don't feel great, but I can feel something happening inside of me. I feel my body
Yeah,
cleaning out. I just hear that so regularly from my clients. Like, I don't feel that good, but I can feel like things moving out of me, and I can feel myself healing and things like that. So I think that's probably more of, I don't know if you want to add anything to that, or you felt that as well.
yeah, I think definitely for sure at times when I was lying down in bed, I definitely felt like something was happening here, and it's something that I'd
Mm,
never felt before.
mm.
It was yeah, I was doing some deep healing.
All right, guys. So that's all the questions we had. Thank you so much to everyone who asked a question, both from Chris's Instagram and from ours. Chris, thank you so much, mate, for joining me and taking some time to answer everyone's questions. I think myself and everybody who's watching really appreciates your time.
It's a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Fantastic. And I think we'll have you on more often as well. So watch out for Chris on the channel more regularly. Uh, Guys, if you haven't followed Chris already, please make sure you're following him on his Instagram page, Holistic Chris. Put the picture up here, and also the link will be in the description box below. Chris, you're doing some great work on there, and you're helping a lot of people, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you have any further questions for future videos, please make sure you put them in the comments box below. So ask us any questions and we can bring Chris on again, or Shamiz and I can answer them as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and the little bell notification, which will give you email updates for videos from High Carb Health. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.
Yeah.